So again, the first thing is tool space right here. So we just click that to open it up, and that's how we will create the point cloud. After tool space is opened back up, then you go to point cloud, right click on it, create point cloud. Then you navigate to, which one is this? 8th Street and G. So you go to 8th Street and G, and then pick the .las file. And we wait for that to load. Some of these LAS files are rather large. It may take a second. Tell it to finish, and then it looks like there's already a surface in here, and sometimes that's a problem. Let's zoom to this thing and see. Oh, so it's right here. There's already a surface here. Okay. So I think I see what was wrong with why you couldn't see it. So if you go here to edit surface style, then it doesn't look like anything was visible. It says that there would be points and the border visible, but I don't see either. So that's very interesting. It looks like maybe there was a problem with this surface here, because I certainly don't see a surface there. So in any event, we'll delete that and get that surface out of here. And after this point cloud comes up, this one that is being created here, you can see this little point cloud. So after that's finished, it will tell us that it's finished, and then a point cloud will pop up here. We'll right click on that point cloud and create a surface. Then when we go down to the surface, then we should be able to attach all of the different Cogo points. So I'll pause this while that point cloud is constructing. Alright, so after the point cloud is created, gives you this little message here, then you go there to the point cloud, right click on it, add points to surface, next and finish. That creates a TIN surface. There it is. And then you want to take one of the Cogo points and find a spot to set the height of this. So if you look in the KMZ, see this tree right here? If you go out in the middle of the street, you can see that on this side it's 54 and on this side it's 55. 54, 55. See that right there? That is the elevation above sea level, not this. This is eye level. Don't use that. Use this. Elevation 60 feet, but look, here it says 54, here it says 55. That means right in front of this tree in the middle of the street should be 55.00, pretty much. So that's what we do. We take this Cogo point, which is just sitting here, and first make sure that the Cogo point says it's a Cogo. See right there in properties, Cogo point. Make sure it actually says that it is a Cogo point, and then you grab it right there by its marker and take it down to that spot we have determined is 55 feet, which is right down here. So it's right there, I believe, is where we decided is 55 feet. So let's just see what height that says it is. So negative 54.36. So then you just take the calculator and you add 54.36 to 55 to see how much you should shift it up by. And that's about 109.36. So first, delete the point cloud. We do not want to leave in point clouds. After you have the surface, that's all you need. Take the surface, click on definition, go to edits, right click to raise lower surface, and then say 109.36. 109.36. We'll bring that up, and now if you reattach this to one of the other points, it will update. And there we have it at 55 after it. See, 5502. Okay, then you don't need this tool space anymore. Then you just get rid of it, and now we're ready to actually start tagging this thing. So you want to do two things when you're tagging. One is figure out what the rotation of the tags are, and it looks like if we click on this tag here, the rotation is 8.83. So whoops, let me not grab the surface, but rather this little tag here. And we'll put its rotation here, the label rotation, at 8.83. Okay? Then I'm going to take it over here and just, start attaching it. Alright, so it changed to 0 because I hit this little line. Don't want to hit that line, I want to hit right here on the top of the curb. Then we pull it down, start to make a cluster out of it, and then change its type to a one line. There we go. Now, one thing we want to check is that this 1 to 10 is proper on the LS1 sheet, if that is actually the scale of it, because it could change for an A&E. It could be 1 to 10, could be 1 to 15, or 1 to 5, or 1 to 10, could be anything. Oh, it looks like it's not set up here. Interesting. So, if we search for it here, looks like it's right here. Now, (1 to 20) looks pretty good. How does 1 to 15 look? 1 to 15 looks better. So 1 to 15 is the scale we'll actually use. So when you're setting these up, it's really important. You'll do all the work and it won't be worth anything unless you set this annotation scale equal to the scale that you're using in the viewport. They have to be equal, or they'll change size on you, and then you'll spend all that time carefully setting it up and it won't be worth anything. So they have to match. We mark that as a TC, that's a top of curve. Okay, so it went lowercase, and these cannot be lowercase. Sometimes when you try to change it here, it stays lowercase. In that case, you go to edit points, go to the raw description and enter it there, and then it will allow you to do so in all caps. See that? Then we want to copy this and form a cluster out of it, which is basically just like this. There's one tag, surface, lines on the drawing. Jesus. Okay, come on. Alright, now we edit surface style here, and then turn on the major and minor contours. And then at first you turn them on to see how many of them there are. And you want there to be at least 5 lines on the drawing. And it looked like this one was going to be much more than 5. Let's see here. Yeah, so that is a good amount right there. You've got about 20 feet in between each line. That's not bad at all. So let's see what this one is. When we go to the surface style, it looks like the contour interval, when we look at it here, is 1 and 5. Okay, so we'll use 1 and 5, 1 to 15 profile, and in case you can't get started, I'm going to send you this drawing that I just did as well, so that if nothing else, you can at least start on this one. And thank you very much.